And Red Sea Splash disputing it. Acarine up there on the outside, Lanarai on the inner, that's over the far side. As they come down to the second. Acarine, Great Head Boy, Lanarai on the far side, Sea Splash on the near side, then comes Green Bramble. Royal Bond, the old man, the back marker of the 12 as they come down to the only Grand National obstacle on this mile-make course. The water. Lanarai on the far side of Great Head Boy. Acarine and Sea Splash, and a good jump by Green Bramble to favour on the near side. Then Everett, W6 times, and Blue Reef. Final argument, and then Fred Pilliner and the old man, Royal Bond, not looking very keen this afternoon on his second outing of the meeting. So over the far side, Great Head Boy and Lanarai, matching strides. Sea Splash on the inside of Acarine, then comes Green Bramble and Everett. And behind them, Blue Reef and final argument and W6 times and Fred Pilliner. They come down to the next. Lanarai, Great Head Boy, Acarine. Sea Splash on the inner. Quite a gap then to Green Bramble, number 5. Lanarai and Great Head Boy, Acarine and Sea Splash and Green Bramble and Everett and W6 times as they come to the first of the ditches. Lanarai on the inside of Great Head Boy lands in the lead, Acarine at very close third. Then comes Sea Splash, quite a little gap then to Green Bramble. Everett getting a reminder. W6 times is next, final argument on the far side, then Blue Reef, then Fred Pilliner, and finally the top weight, Royal Bond. Racing towards the next. Acarine right up with the pace. They come to the 7th. Great Head Boy from Lanarai and Acarine, and then Sea Splash. Then comes Green Bramble, followed by final argument in Everett and W6 times. Another ditch. And they're all safely over it. So all 12 standing, coming down to the next. The fence will be the second last on the next circuit. Lanarai and Great Head Boy from Sea Splash and Acarine, then Green Bramble and W6 times and Everett and final argument. Fred Pilliner, Royal Bond getting a little bit closer, and then Blue Reef. Great Head Boy over on the far side. Lanarai center, Sea Splash right up with them. Then Acarine and Green Bramble and W6 times and Everett and final argument. Down to the water. Number 11 of the 18 fences in all. Great Head Boy, John Joe O'Neill. On the far side of Lanarai, Sea Splash next, and then Acarine and Green Bramble. Then W6 times, Everett. Final argument, Fred Pilliner. And old man Royal Bond getting a reminder there from Tom Taft, but I really don't think he wants to know this afternoon. Blue Reef is now the back marker. Great Head Boy on the inside of Lanarai. Sea Splash, Acarine, Green Bramble, W6 times. Final argument, Everett, Fred Pilliner, and then Royal Bond. Another plain one, number 12, Great Head Boy, Lanarai, Sea Splash. Little mistake there by Green Bramble. Acarine on his outside. W6 times going quite well in 6th place in behind the leaders. Quite a gap then to final argument as the leaders come down to the next. Great Head Boy, Lanarai, Green Bramble improving, and Green Bramble puts in a beautiful jump there. Green Bramble jumps right up to the leaders there as they race towards the final ditch on the far side. And Green Bramble looking as though he's in fact going to jump it in the lead, and he does. From Lanarai on the outside, then Great Head Boy, W6 times, is still improving. Then comes Sea Splash and Acarine under pressure. So Steve Smith-Eccles with a 2-length advantage now on the favourite, being chased by Lanarai. W6 times improving on the outside of Great Head Boy. Then comes Sea Splash, and behind Sea Splash is Acarine. Racing down towards the next, and Green Bramble has gone a long way clear. as they come down to the fourth last in the Sporting Life Weekender Chase. Green Bramble at the fourth last, jumps it clear. W6 Times has improved into second though. It's been improving a long while. This is the final ditch now. Green Bramble lands in the lead from W6 Times, only 3 lengths behind now, and W6 Times still improving. Coming down to the second last, Green Bramble, Steve Smith-Eccles being chased by Ronnie Began on W6 Times. Green Bramble on the far side lands only a length clear of W6 Times. Coming down to the final fence now in this Sporting Life Weekender Chase. Green Bramble on the far side, W6 Times on the near side. Green Bramble with the advantage at the last. Lands in the lead, a length and a half clear of W6 Times, racing into the closing stages. Green Bramble from W6 Times. Fred Pillen has moved into third, Great Head Boy 4, but as they race up towards the line, Green Bramble tiring, but is going to hold them well. And as they race towards the line, Green Bramble wins the Sporting Life Weekender Chase. Second is going to be W6 Times. Third, Fred Pilliner. Fourth, Great Head Boy. And they're followed by Acarine, Lanarai, Final Argument, and Sea Splash. Pulled up was Royal Bond, and also Everett. And so the official result: first, number 10, Green Bramble, owned by Lady Plummer, trained by Nicky Henderson and ridden by Steve Smith-Eccles. Second, number 8, W6 Times, owned by Mr. C.C. Longstaff and Mr. M. Hellier, trained by Mrs. Monica Dickinson and ridden by Mr. Ronnie Began. And third, number 14, Fred Pilliner, owned by Mr. Norman Johnson, trained by Mr. L.R.F. Payne, owned by Mr. Norman Johnson and Mr. L.R.F. Payne, trained by Michael Scudamore and ridden by Peter Scudamore. Fourth was number 9, Great Head Boy. The challenger throughout the closing stages, W6 Times, as we can review with Richard as we pick them up at the second last.
It had been a good gallop throughout. It was pretty fair and they finished tired. But Green Bramble had actually jumped very well today. Just went through the top of that, but no bother at all. He never looked as if he was going to fall. Remember, he's fallen 3 times out of his last 4 runs. Here, Ronnie Began, the amateur, starts to get after W6 Times, and you may have thought that he was going to challenge, but Steve Smith-Eccles just keeping hold of Green Bramble nicely over the last, and that, I should think, was a very happy sight for him, because having been on the floor so many times with this horse, how rewarding for him to win yet again on it. He seems to either fall or to win. A very decent horse indeed. Ronnie Began on the second horse is probably going to turn professional, and he'll be very well received in those ranks. But Steve coasting home for a well-deserved success for Nicky Henderson, and he is really enjoying the second half of the National Hunt season. Green Bramble, the 5-2 favourite.
Steve in sparkling form, his 47th winner of the season. Happy omen for him on the second day of the meeting for his ride on Hillott's Lane in the Grand National tomorrow. And Nicky Henderson there. Another prominent hope in young Nicholas this afternoon. This is his 36th winner of the season. What a good horse he is, this when he gets it right. On the deck in 3 of his last 5 runs. But apart from that error on the far side, didn't do a lot wrong today. Official margin 7 lengths, with 8 lengths separating second and third. Sir Desmond and Lady Plummer there. And the starting prices as follows.
First, number 10, Green Bramble, 5-2 favourite. Second, number 8, W6 Times, 12-1.
Pushing people out of the